Hello everyone, it's Chadman, and welcome back to the gloriousness that is another Napoleonic Wars line battle. And here we are in with the 84th, it's their 84th Sunday line battle. As you can see, a nice stretch of Russians all over the place, and oh goodness, poor old Baronek has taken a cannonball to the face already. Never mind, we're going to see how things go today. Now, you can see on the Russians, we have the 45th N, the 84th of course, the 1st EB, and I think that's about it really. And on the opposing side, we have the 4E, the 67th, the 36th, the 92nd in there as well. And the cannonballs whistle over the heads of the enemy. And we're now in with Luisma from the 2nd Aid BH. Now, let's find out what's going on over here, because we've got some other shenanigans with horses and clippity-clops going on. So let's find out. There we go, that's more of those guys. And here, look at this. The 2LBI, Colonel Akbot. Well, it says Cole, but it says Colour Sergeant Akbot, so we'll go with that. Sergeant Noob. And here is Dylan Blackstream. And there's Foddy 82, Arkton, Reiko 121, Mash, oh my goodness, Mashiol Lilipin. There's Zordriak and Zeusus, or Zeus. Oh goodness me! The 36th have lost 3 of their people already. That can't be good. Yep, that's definitely not good. Look at that. Oh dear. Lieutenant Astrezi, not too happy about the corpses now currently littering his area. But hey ho, these things happen. There's Sergeant Irish.
Auf geht's, Kameraden!
Guard Bastard. A fine name. So, let's see what they have planned. Oh my goodness, look at that. The 84th. Getting mullered. Courtesy of some cannonball shot coming in. And look at this, the defenders here. Tercio. Fine Tercio, guys. Look at this. Oh, down goes Ducks. And here's Kavoth in here as well. Trying to defend their artillery position. So, yeah, it's looking a little bit on the oh my goodness side. So, bear in mind, obviously, this is a... Oh, down goes Kavoth. This is a new setup, so the volumes are slightly off. I do apologise. So, if you haven't seen the unboxing of the gaming PC, feel free to go and see it. Shameless plug mode. Cancel. Now, there's the TG Mikey, the Goidnir, and over here is Hansel from the 1st EB. Doesn't he look handsome? So, sadly for them, nobody left to prod cannonballs into cannons and howitzers with, so... Oh dear, we just lost Mikey. And Drummer Bogdan just got taken down. And here are the fine fellows from the 6th. It's the 7th SHR, there's Optimus. And who's leading the line? Who's this brave fellow? Captain Ilya. They're going in for an attack, look at this. Oh, just managed to dodge it there. And he's going in for the murder on the Russian. Oh no, there's a horse down. Or I should say the man on the horse. Currently lying under his horse. Not a good position. Last Russian standing over here. It's Hansel. Leaving a trail of breadcrumbs. But it looks like he's gonna maybe survive. We'll have to wait and see. Stranger things have happened. Oh, he's running for it. Is he going to go in? Yes, he is. Oh, dear. Poor Hansel. Brutally shot down. So, here we have the 92nd. Under the command of Colonel John Gordon. That fine moustache. Lovely stuff. Boys following in. There's Nurse Silver. And Corporal Shadow. And up here. An R10. And John Burkow. And Sanil baby, or Sanibel baby Reg. Yeah, we'll leave it as that. Random horse. Hello, random horse. So, we get an idea of what they're planning, because you can see these guys here from the 67th SHR moving closer towards these guys on the hill. Whoa! Down goes Oberst from the 4E. Nasty, nasty stuff indeed. So, let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Who are these guys on the hill? The cannonballs rattle around them still. It's the 36th. And over to their left, they are supported by the members of the 4E. There's Recruit Duran. And here, Colour Sergeant Akbot. Look at that fine beardage coming in from that man. Oh, the torpedo heads are making their way over the top. Kim Il-sung, the glorious Kim Il-sung from 4E. Getting the guys up. Oh, look at that. Lovely shot as well. Rune 1521, 1521. Great long distance shot there. And some fine drumming work coming in from Recruit EG fighters. We heartily approve of such drumming work. So, these guys making a push towards the artillery section of their enemy. Those dirty Rushkin. The sniper wreck, the mass murderer himself. Currently with 9 kills, 0 deaths. Is he about to get some more? There's a good chance that there's canister shot and 2 more to add to the list. Down goes Chef Choice and EG fighters. And so, they have retreated into artillery Fort Dirt. Oh, Snickelbats is in danger of being diddled with the bayonets. It's not looking good for him. Oh, God. Defending himself to the hilt. And unfortunately got stabbed up to the hilt. Never mind. So, let's have a look. 31 versus 15. So, the Russians have 15 left in their number of forces. Here's Cookies, currently cheesing it away from the chasing Prussians. Understandably so. He turns to face a Trezzy. Lieutenant fighting. Russian on Prussian. Oh, it's a 2v1. It's a 3v1 situation. Cookies. His opponent's disappeared. Now, player. Fat player. Is taking him on. Is he going to turn? Or is he trying to get... Oh, there we go. Look, he turns. He looks to the best option. He's flipping between the 2 targets. Trying to go in for that all-important first stab. He gets hit once. This could get nasty. And down he goes. Cookies is finished by General Nino of the 4E. So let's just wait and see what happens. Here's the cavalry of Revictor from the 2ABH. Oh dear. Who's this down here? What prey are they up to? It's the 67th SHR, there's Optimus. And there's Captain Ilya at the end. Make sure to swap when dead. And Corporal Shadow. Tail end Charlie. Looking for the remainder of the Russians, and down goes Gunner Spoon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first round. Well, here we are in the next round. We're at the Russian spawn. These Muscovite troublemakers, look at this. The cannons being set up. Of course, as per normal, people catching a lift. Who's our lift? It's Donald Mackay. No, he's lost it. No, Donald. Disappointing. Of course, the standard Russian headbanging. Fine drumming work coming in from EG fighters. As the members of his regiment, the 4E, move out. Look at this. Fantastic engineering work coming in from Arranged Karma. Fine name, sir, as well. And there is our old friend, two-dimensional bird. Watching the battle as ever. ever observant, ever watching. So, you've got cavalry sniffing around. You've got lines moving in to support them. Now, whether or not it's going to be a situation where the line gets ambushed, possibly by another cavalry, it's difficult to say. Part of that is due to the fact that we don't know if any of the lines are going to overreach. Oh dear. Goob. We've lost Goob. Oh, and he's the doctor as well. Physician, heal thyself, Goob. Poor old Goob. Never mind. And here is Thomasa, veteran grenadier of the 84th. And there's Hansel Smitch from the 1st EB. Lord, no less. So, Thomasa checking through the spyglass. And there we go. Punk's not dead. But unfortunately, Captain Ilya is. Oh dear. Oh, poor Ilya.
Auf geht's, Kameraden!
So, this is something you definitely see with Mountain Blade players. They can't stay still for too long. They're just nervous energy.
Auf geht's, Kameraden!
As wet, I realised, nearly read that as wet Comrade Bandit. So my apologies, Comrade Bandit. You are a vet, you are not wet. Who's standing still there? Fat player. Look at that face. Looks like a boiled horse. Lovely stuff. And there, of course, is the Trezzy. Oh, he's out of position. Now, who's this fella here? Major Conway. Oh my goodness, looks like he's been smacked in the face with a shovel. So, Yong Chul, Corporal of the 4th. And these guys moving out. We're seeing some melee out there. Let's see if we can lock in on them. Here we go. Oh, down goes a partisan. Jukin is moving in. Scissor Sister, Grenadier of the 1st EB. Pulling back to preferably a stronger position. As now the members of the 4E, Sergeant Major Toby. And now that's an opportunity for the cavalry to jump on this remaining line. Look at this. Brutality, but unfortunately you can see some of these guys suffering casualties as well. Never mind. Veteran Zordriak of the 92nd, currently Billy No Mates. On his own, poor lad. Doesn't know what to do with himself. So we'll move over to see the 45th N. Here's regular whips. And there's Cookies, of course. Snicklebats. Geddy. Geddy again. You know who, of course. And there's Saltpeter. Veteran of the 45th with a fine beard and mustachio there. So, look at this. We look out on the field. And cavalry's looking to generally take one of these guys down. It looks like an ambush was done. But now, that scout is being followed up by cover, the likes of Sulu. And this poor fellow has been dehorsed. Kamishirov. Veteran trooper of the 84th. He is a veteran trooper, his horse apparently is not. So he's going to have to get himself on the line. But this could get messy. We'll have to wait and see. There we go. He's going to pop himself on the end of the line there. Oh no, he's found a horse. Opportunity for much horsey goodness. As Kamishirov is back and running. Colonel Nova. Oh man, dies right next to him. And then Nova catches the bullet himself. Oh, poor Colonel Nova. Oh dear. As the fire and the battle and the cannonballs come rolling in. Fantastic stuff this is. Look at this. The battle deep in the fort of Derp. These guys getting in there with the bayonets and doing the damage and doing the death dealing. The murdering, the stabbing, the bloodletting, and the drive-by from Hispalonians or Hispalents. Hispalents. Here we go. Look at this crying noob trying to defend himself and his friends from the onslaught of the cavalry. Oh dear, they've just lost Winston. Let's see. These guys are in a relatively okay position. There's Spreewald, Haskell, and Chef Gibbs. And there's John Cole. And here's the reinforcements of the 4E. E.g. fighters leading the way, or at least providing the musical accompaniment while getting his drum stuck. Okay, they're packing them in like sardines here in Artillery Fort Derp. So, there we go, the flag. Cookie's holding onto the flag, planting it with much defiance. Yeah. Oh, there's a bit of medicing going on. Kim Il-sung. Fine medicing work coming in from him. Beating people senseless with bandages. Because that's how you're a medic. You don't wrap the bandages around them. You don't stem the bleeding. You just smack them in the head with a bandage. And that somehow stops the bleeding. It's a modern mystery, which we've never fully resolved. So, let's go and see what Chef Choice is doing. Well, you can see these guys, they're basically getting the reloads in as they can. Taking cover behind the cannons, there's Spree. And there's Crying Noob. And these two guys are basically trying to sort themselves out. And there we go, 51 minutes in. We're going to have an all charge. Which means the horsemen, the cavalry will have to disembark. Oh no, there's a horse assassination is occurring. Oh no. Poor old Crying Noob got a bayonet. A sabre across the back of the head. Kind of haircut he wasn't anticipating. But never mind, no more bang bang. All charge, no bang bang. All charge, no bang bang makes Jack a dull boy. Never mind. Cookies. Defending himself again. Survival. Oh! Yeah, I was about to say the survival of Cookies is quite impressive. And then it wasn't. Sorry, Cookies. Who's this? Oliver King. And other members. There's Donald Mackay. There's Spoon W. Smirnovsky. And Cannoneer Oral. So the Cannoneer guys making their way out. And let's see. Where is their enemy? Oh, there they are. They're right in the centre of the screen. But yeah, that's where they are pretty much. Okay. So, bunch of spammers. And as Mr. Smollett says, it's clutch time, boys and girls. 11 versus 4. And we move in on the 4. It is Kingoa. There's Tev. Luisma. And Pakiko. And they're just trying to provide as sharp and pointy an outlook as they possibly can. Oh, down he goes. That's not good. Oh, it's Nepali Tev defending himself, getting in some kills, and finally murdered horribly. Good stuff. We move on to the next round. Well, we're back with the next round. the guys are getting themselves set up. The 45th, of course, EG fighters. The Doctor is in. Kim Il-sung currently alive. Now, here's the 84th. There's John. There's William Jones. There must be a Smollett in here somewhere. We've got to find us a live Smollett if we can. I know it's quite an accomplishment to find a vertical Smollett, but we'll see if we can do that. Let's see. There's Crying Noob. There's William.
What?
Let's actually check to see who's in there. Oh, he's in Spectator, that bugger. God damn it. Because I was talking to him earlier and he said, it's been a while, he's had a bit of a break as well. And I said, don't worry, normal service will be resumed as soon as he dies in the first round. And he's in Spectator, that cheating bugger. Oh. Shame, Smollett, shame. So, for those of you who are looking forward to seeing an imminent Smollett corpsing, unfortunately this is not going to be the case. Because he's sitting in Spectator, that dirty bugger. And is denying us the joy of a Smollett death. Well, let's be fair. It's not exactly like it's a rare thing. Yes, we will be doing an anthology of Smollett deaths. And this will be volume 1 of 84. So, it's cannon fodder from the 92nd. And the guys bunching up a little bit. Getting themselves sorted. There, of course, Colour Sergeant Akbot at the back. As there's Hansel Schmitz. Now they're coming under attack from the 1st EB. This is a dangerous situation for them, as you can see. They're surrounded by the cavalry circling around. They've got line troops shooting at them. And they have, essentially, been wiped out to a man. Oh dear. TG Mikey managing to avoid that cannonball. You also got you-know-who running to catch up along with Colonel Nova. Good stuff. And here is Kravoth from the fine Tertia Regiment. There's Captain Vilhay and Vorbeck, Baranek and Retitaris. Who's over here? Sapper Sobek. And their lone veteran Fusilier. Now they come under fire from masses of horses. And they're trying to defend themselves from these onslaught of clippity-clops. Down goes Lone. Dark's getting a nice stab onto one of the horses. And you can see them trying to defend his position. So, you can see them now supported by Jumbo Wackles and other members of the 1st EB. And here is Captain BD of the 84th getting in on the end of the line. Oh, nice shooting. And down goes Wasiki. Fine stabbing work going in from Jujana. As he gets then stabbed in the face by Bakiko. So, John Gordon and the 92nd moving up to support the members of the 36th. As they breach the top of the hill and look for their quarry. And you can see some guys up ahead. Now these look to me like they may be Prussians. Yeah, as we get closer they're looking more Prussian-like. That fine blue uniform. There's Bogdan, drummer Bogdan. Complete with an axe and, oh my goodness, what a face. So, Captain Ilya, currently alive. This is good news, especially for him. That fine beard and moustache combo. I just love love the fact that you've got drummers and musicians in here. It's only a shame they used to cause so much lag, but never mind. Sunny Bell Baby is in there, and here you can see John Gordon checking with the spyglass. Let's see if we can find out what's going on. Adjutant Nollmeister from the 1st EB. What the hell? Hacks. That is what you call a serious hump of earth, really. So, yeah. Slightly built on an angle, but never mind. Maybe it'll bounce the cannonball over the top. So, you can see there, Sniper Wreck doing the loading and the pushing home of the cannonball against the powder. Then, obviously, pushing the cannon forward for its final firing position that his teammate Cody is going to go for. Searching for what appears to be the opposing enemy's artillery. So, there's Spoon. Oh, goodness me. A little bit of team killing going on there. Oh dear, poor old Dukin is no more. As John Gordon is fighting for his life. And yeah, you can see Gretel failing to survive. Major Conway finished off. Oh, fine slice and a nice kick and a slice there. That was bloody beautiful stuff. So Trezzy going in. Trying to get that all-important slice across the back. But he's also got to be careful. There we go, he gets it. They've got to be careful as well not to sort of team kill each other if they can possibly avoid it. So Trezzy goes and picks up a musket, which is obviously more reach. That 17-inch bayonet makes all the difference. Oh, there's some horse punching going on. Comrade Bandit is currently going all in on what a horse's ass. Yeah, quite literally. There we go. So he's currently beating a horse's ass. And now he's stuck up one. Okay. So now the 36th move forward. There's Brujo from the Tercio. And there you go, Veggie and Corporal Shadow and John Gordon. So, over the hill is where the general direction of where they're going. Difficult to see where the enemy is, so they might have to beacon them in order to know that. But we'll have to see. Here's Veggie carrying the flag. The battle flag. Let's wait and see. Aha! Their quarry. So, 25 versus 18. So this could be the first session of the final battle here on this round. They are significantly outnumbered. Smonovsky moving out to the left. An outflanking maneuver. The other guys cheesing it in the opposite direction. Look at this, going in for a quick kill, but Radhug is murdered. And Choice with a fine axe kill. Oh, good stabs. Fat Fighter goes down, courtesy of Spoon W. And Spoon defending himself. Look at this, fine work. Until he got stabbed, obviously. It's always fine work until you get stabbed. Everything's going really well. Right up to the moment where you get horribly stabbed and then brutally murdered. But, you know, that's pretty much the same thing as it is in life, really. Everything was going well. I had a lovely day at work. I had a lovely cup of tea, and then I was brutally stabbed and murdered. Yeah, pretty much. So, oh, fine stab into Cody there. Poor recruit Darren goes down. Duran goes down. There's Obert. Oberst even. And Kavoth of the Tercio is no more. Oh, goodness me. Partisans. There's Rune 1521. And the Partisans are getting in there. Recruit one away, and look at that. The Russians have won that round. We're on to a side swap. Okay, well, we're back with the next round, and we are at the Prussian spawn. So, guys moving out pretty quickly. Colonel Fury of the 1st EB. Now, what's going on over here? Captain BD. And the lads of the fellow 84th Clippity Clops making their way out. Centurion leading the way. Now, who are these fine fellows on the hill? Fellow cavalrymen of the Russians this time. The 2ABH Mariscal Pakiko. So, there's Luisma. And we move over to the 36th Tev there, along with the rest of the guys. Major Conway even, sorry, leading the way forward. Now, even though I've got a window in here, it's still pretty warm, which is understandable considering that I am running essentially a mixer and 3 monitors and 2 computers, and yeah, it all heats up after a while. I just got to move my air conditioning unit into the right place just to cool things down. So, let's wait and see. Now, it's Irish. And we move over to see Hussar Hawkeye. And it looks like they're going after the Russian artillery location. They haven't... Ouch! They haven't had a chance to build their defensive area. And they've been attacked by the horse already. And a fine stab there from Rotarius. And they're trying to take down that horse, the cavalry. And there we go, a quick slay for officer aiming. Or he was officer aimed and was then revived. So, veteran Huss Bob. Oh, look at this. Oh, fine stab. Recruit Baronek finally taken down by the cavalryman Sabre. A sniper wreck is over here. Doesn't she look buxom? Doing some engineering work. Islamic alcoholic. Oh goodness me, what a name. There's Nollmeister. A range karma. And hacks, of course. So, Woski of the 67th, moving out, far behind Captain Ilya. Flag being held by the regimental doctor, Optimus. As members of the 4E catch a cannonball with their face. Let's see if we can find some of the 4E. Yep, there they are. As you can see, nice line. Followed by a guy who looks like he's just been kicked in the balls. And it looks like they've taken out an officer as well, so. Good shot there by the cannons. And look at this. A trail of bodies leading up to the hill where the artillery waits. It's Tercio guarding the artillery section, looking to try and stop anything nasty coming up their way, but they do have the great advantage of a massive hill, like really, really big, so they can pretty much see everything coming from every direction, as long as they've got eyes looking in that general direction. So, generally speaking, they are in a strong position. And this is the problem that Hussar Bob is having. He looks like he was going to try and get on one of the palm trees and have a sniff around to see what he can find. But the problem is, he wants to be able to get up there to have a look. You see? And he's fallen off. He's fallen out of his tree. He is completely out of his tree. And there he goes. Yeah, so that didn't work out as well as he would have liked. But hey ho. Such are the advantages of being on the artillery hill. Bit of deconstruction going on as they're getting ready for the owl. All charge. Chelmsford Soldat of the 4E. Old home of mine, Chelmsford. For 15 years. Spent a lot of time there. So, let's see. General Nino. And the medic of choice is Kim Il-sung, of course. Does sound like they're pouring sand over him, doesn't it? Rather than any kind of splat and bandage sound. But then, what would you want the the sound of a bandage, as opposed to a sandwich, to be? You know, it's just difficult. Would it be like the splatting sound as they wrap the wound up? Hold your bangs. Who doesn't want to be banged suddenly at the end of an all charge? And so, Kim Il-sung, Doctor, is making his way into the all charge. Donald Mackay, Hootsmon, Jings Crivens, getting in there with a little bit of bayonet-y fun. Oh dear, the drummer's in danger of having his skin ripped. Nasty stuff. And he's still holding on to his drumsticks as well. Whip, not anymore. Problem solved. So let's have a look at the numbers, 18 and 15. So they're still very close. Oh, hello. Looks like they're claiming flags. Smirnovsky. Keeping hold of those. And Sniper Wreck, obviously. And Normeister. So, there they are. They planted their flag. They wait for the enemy. Reinforcements flow in. Wow, there's people over there long... Oh, for God's sake, what's going on? Yeah, there's always one. Who is it now? Slippery Dogfish of the 45th. So we move over to Oliver King with a fine stab attack on his enemy. As cannon fodder is finished off. And we watch Oliver. Oh dear, Oliver takes a slice. And a second slice. It's not good for him, that one. Oh, fine stab into his enemy. Spoon there. Taken down by Kavoth. Kavoth gets another attack onto Hax. Hax currently fighting for life. Has been stabbed, probably bleeding profusely. Oh, stabbed in the bum. Stabbed in the bum. Shakal from Tercio in with a fine saber swing down through the neck. Oh dear. So, Let's see.
Pula dura, stick,
Look at that. It is like dealing with 6-year-olds sometimes. So here is Slippery Dogfish, holder of the flag. He plants his flag and he waits. Dives in between, gets hit once, sliced twice. Can he force the slice on his enemy? No, he can't. Sadly for him, it was not to be. Well, we're now on to the last round of this 84th line battle here in Napoleonic Wars. While I slowly melt in the corner. Sapper Sobek. Gotta wonder how he builds anything engineering-wise. He's got one eye blocked. His depth perception can't be that great, I have to say. But never mind. He's still, the sneaky Smollett is still in spectator mode. Deny us the joy of seeing him snuff it. Dearest Smollett, not known for his verticality or extended life. What's the word I'm thinking? Lifespan. There we go. So, Smirnovsky. And Spoon. There's Orel. And now you can see Donald. Now, let's have a look and see what's going on over here. There's Oliver King. Look at this. Lovely, aggressive engineering. Fine swing of the hammer. Look at that. Fantastic stuff. So, Bell, oh dear, Sunny Bell Baby Reg. And look at this. Oh! Skipper taken down. Oh dear. And they've decided to back up a little bit. Clearly didn't like what was over the top of the hill, as has been proven. Because up the top of the hill, oh fine, cannonball shot into Jumble Wackles, who is then unceremoniously teabagged in death by Loifus. Now they turn and attack, getting aggressive, supported by cavalry on the wings. The first EB looking for an opportunity to claim many kills. So, here is Apchef Gibbs. And Kahoiki, sold out of the 4E. See who else is here. Saladas, Bunway, Oberst, Runel 1521, General Nino, Chef Gibbs, and Jonchel. So, over the top of the hill comes the 4E, and glorious Kim Il-sung. Doesn't he look handsome? Oh dear. What is it about Napoleonic Wars players? So silly. Love it. So, we're in with Woski of the 67th SHR. And you can see they're taking pot shots in the distance at the enemy up by the palms. Maybe getting some kills. Trimming the numbers down by a few. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Oh my god, it's so warm in here. Well, at least after this, I'm going to go and literally just go and lay in my bedroom for half an hour because the window's open. It's got a desk fan in there. It's so lovely and chilled in there. It's really, really nice. And then come back in here and do what needs to be done. So, anyway. Fusion effect. Oh, crikey. Lone avoiding that cannonball literally by inches. As cannonballs coming in from Bruno or Brujo, taking down members of the 4E. John Cole taking some damage. Oh, look at this. Major Conway getting in and stabbing. Fine stabby work coming in from him. Donald Mackay. Don't even know what's going on here. The mind boggles. But not for long. Look at that. There we go. Never mind. So, you got a Lithuanian potato? Good sir, you have a wonderful name. Oh, Donald goes down. Donald has been retired. Unceremoniously. With a cannonball-related face injury. And there we go, the all-charge of the final round is underway. Sadly, you didn't get to see it. So, there's Spoon the W. Oliver King. Oh, goodness me, they've started already. Look at that. No hanging around here, boys and girls. No hanging around. Invitational Sulu of the first EB with a fine block. As murdering continues onto the Russians. Let's look at numbers 22 versus 23, so it's all very equal right now. As you can see them dodging back and forth, trying to get in that very important first stab, but also not overreaching. If you overreach, you let yourself in for a side stab from your enemy, and that could be it all over. And there we go, Victor wins the battle and then dies unceremoniously to a massive chopper in the face from Oliver King. Fine if you like that sort of thing. There's Spoon W. And the thing is when you're fighting these kind of battles, you got to look for opportunities, diving in on somebody who's fighting another battle. Maybe not very honourable, but it's how you win, essentially. See what I mean? There's Private Vulcan of the 45th. As the murdering continues. There we go, down goes another 9 and 10. And from my experiences with melee and this game and just practicing and faffing around with the 77Y, I have nothing but the highest respect for melee, good meleeers. Absolutely amazing. Because this is a game where melee takes skill. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been it for the 84th Line battle. My thanks, obviously, to all the regiments that attended and to the 84th for allowing me to cast. Except for Smollett, because he's a big girl who sits in spectator. See you later, everyone. Cheers, guys.